Hello everyone, welcome back to Gent Watches. Today we are going to, it's a busy week. Today we are going to be watching My Hero Academia. These are two OVAs that were released today. In fact, they were just released a few hours ago, I think, when I'm recording this video. You're going to see it like a day after. But yeah, they were just released a few hours ago. And these are OVAs. I believe they are MLB, like hero baseball OVAs. It's like the characters playing baseball. So I'm just gonna give a few summaries, like a few disclaimers on what this video, like, you know, what my opinion on MHA stuff is, on everything like leading up to this. But yeah, I'll just say it's a busy week. So I'm trying to squeeze this into my schedule. So if this video is just like if there are just so many videos coming out this week, I mean, either I'm sorry or you're welcome, depending on your feelings on that. If you really like a lot of videos, then great. I'm glad that you are happy with it. If you don't like so many videos being in your sub box, I'm sorry about that, because I have so much stuff planned for this week, and then at the same time, there's so much stuff coming out. So, but the thing is, I really wanted to put this on my channel in a timely fashion, so I'm just going to try to squeeze it into today's schedule if I can. So, My Hero Academia. Here's the thing about My Hero Academia, right? This is a show that I really like. I really like My Hero Academia. In fact, it's one of the main shows that got me back, like got me properly into anime, like pushed me into the actual pit of anime. I was watching a little bit of anime here and there before I watched My Hero. I was watching stuff like One Punch Man and a few others, Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, I just little bits here and there. But I hadn't fallen into the deep pits of anime. My Hero Academia was that gateway for me. And I just was instantly attached, and I loved it. And for every season that's come out, I have enjoyed thoroughly. I know that My Hero Academia has a lot of, you know, a lot of opinions, like very, what's the word? It's a very, I can't think of the word. It's a very split opinion on what the show is, and a lot of the fan base, or like people, fall under the umbrella of like it's a mediocre show, like it's, you know, an average show and the fan base sucks or whatever. For me, I've never had a problem with the fan base. In fact, I don't have problems with most fan bases. The annoying side of fan bases I can generally ignore pretty easily. I don't think a fan base ever ruins anything for me. And the show, I don't feel like the show is mediocre. I feel like it's pretty solid at writing characters. Perfect? No. But for the amount of characters it balances, I think it does a good job. The character designs are incredible. And just the overall story is very entertaining. And that's mainly what a show needs to be, is entertaining. I'm giving all of this disclaimer because I've never done MHA on this channel before, and I like people to know where I stand on something. Here's also where I stand on it. I'm going to be watching the English dub today. You may be asking why. My Hero Academia, I'm going to watch the English dub of shows that I want to watch the English dub of, okay? I watch a bunch of subbed on this channel. You can go watch a bunch of sub stuff. The reason I'm watching the English dub is because there are certain shows that I prefer to watch the English dub of. My Hero Academia is the biggest example of that, in that I actually will not watch the subbed version first. I have watched the entire show in subbed, so it's not like I'm missing out on it. It's still something I like to do on rewatches sometimes, but I always want my first experience of new episodes to be dubbed. Because I got attached to the dub, and I really, really love the choices of the dub. I think the choices of the dub, in my opinion, I find way more interesting and fun and emotionally engaging than the subbed version. And I also, in season 4, that was when COVID was happening. There was a sequence of episodes where I had to watch the subbed because there was no dub coming out, and I watched those subbed episodes, and it was a big chunk, and I really liked that arc. But I always feel like man, I really wish I had waited for the dub to come out, because I know I would have enjoyed the experience much more if I had just waited for the dub. So yeah, unfortunately with this show, if you really liked the sub version, that's not gonna be my first reaction. I always rewatch it in sub, so I'm not gonna miss out. But yeah, I prefer the dub for this show. And finally, my thoughts on OVAs. Generally, I'm not a huge fan. I generally skip OVAs for a lot of shows. I just can't be bothered with a lot of them, and they don't progress the story. And I'm a big story guy. Like, I really like when shows are constantly pushing the story forward. So when OVAs are sort of stagnating at one point in time, I don't like it quite as much. And I feel like OVAs are like never called back upon or anything. You know, they're specifically there so that you can watch it if you just really need content. So I'm not a huge fan of OVAs generally. The previous OVA, the survival training one, for MHA, I wasn't a massive fan of that. It was just, you know, like them doing a random hero training or whatever. So but with MHA, I'll still generally watch them, because I feel like I like this show enough that I'll get some entertainment out of it. I think maybe on this one I might like it more because this is a baseball one, and I think if we're gonna have an episode where it's sort of like, you know, fucking around, doing some fun stuff, sports is a good way to do that. So I think I might enjoy this more than I enjoy like them doing random training underground that I know nothing bad's gonna happen, you know. So yeah, we're getting into this OVA. So I am interested to see. I'm very surprised the dub is out immediately, by the way. That is a shock to me. I thought I was gonna have to wait weeks, but no, it's just out. I just saw it was updated on Crunchyroll and it's out. So let's get into, I'm gonna watch both today, so let's get into this OVA. This is called, what is this called? Oh, it's just called OVA1 on Crunchyroll, so great, thank you very much. Let's get into the OVA right now, right here, right now. Oh, and also, full length on my Patreon now. If you want to watch full length, go into the description, go to my Patreon. Sorry, let's go. So can they use quirks in this? Ooh. Interesting squad. So why are adults like Mount Lady going with students like Jiro and Mineta, you know? Now we're here. Wow, they're just using the season 5. What is it? Season 5 OP. Oh, hey brother, listen!
Couldn't beat us, so you called in outside help? As if you've got room to judge me.
What's going on here? Are they... This isn't baseball.
Be slacking off during our work studies.
Fair point. And this will be my first baseball game.
Well, so this is... Yeah, this is all during work studies.
Don't let me down.
This is sure to end badly.
Why is Aizawa here? Why does he care? Not that I have to think too much about it. It's an OVA. Doesn't matter.
Who signed me up for this?
That's what I'm saying. Man, you just can't help but follow Present Mike.
No substitutes are allowed during a game.
Okay, are quirks allowed? That's what I'm wondering.
Positions and using pinch runners is totally allowed. They're automatically considered out.
What?
Anything can happen during this epic.
They can just fight.
These rules are absurd. Why am I cursed?
Honestly, I'm down for it.
Pitching for the Lionels is Sugar Man.
That's a good picture. Okay, so you can use quirks, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to eat sugar right now. Well, careful then, because Gangoka can just paralyze you and then go for all of the runs. Ooh, he'd be a good picture, because he can change the speed halfway through. He can throw it and then make it go faster. Yeah?
Too easy.
Yeah?
Fire.
That's exactly what I thought. That's great. You can't tell the speed.
What is this?
Is he allowed 3?
Limit the number of bats you can use.
What?
Well, that's what I call a curveball. It's impossible.
Oh, that's really interesting. You don't know which way it's going. Wow, what a great picture. All right, I've got a prediction.
To the plate.
Mountain Lady's gonna grow and catch it as it goes. Look like it's gonna go home run.
And we're off.
Preemptive.
Oh, it's ridiculous. He's just... Ah. I honestly kind of love this, how like unfair it is. Wow, doesn't that count as a swing?
Does not stop. Not backing down. This has become a battle of the
Oh! Oh!
Guide me.
Oh yeah, catch him. If you catch him, then oh,
Enter. Get big and catch it.
there we go. Oh, nope.
That means Shishido's out.
Oh, oh, never mind.
Pain is crushed by his giganticized teammate. A good death. Holy Woods.
Okay, good job, Mineta. That's nice and quick. Nice quick joke.
And they're batting
Wow, they're already out.
for 7.
Oh, Jiro.
The bat is low. Sunwaves are carrying the ball through the air. I did it. It looks
Damn.
like a base hit.
That was close. A good effort.
Yeah, Jiro deserves praise.
Bottom of the second, and Grape Juice is pitching for our maritime team.
Oh yeah, I guess he's good at throwing balls. That's his whole thing.
Swing it.
If the ball's gonna come back,
Throw the bat.
Tin Man, eat death.
then I might as well get rid of the bat.
Few rules, but you can't attack a pitcher like that.
What? Really?
Were you thinking, you idiot?
Wanna go home, I wanna go home, I wanna go home, I wanna go home. I wanna go home.
What have we here? Captain Shishido is going to town on his own blood.
Oh my god. Are they... Is he gonna use up all his fat?
Fat's quirk allows him to harness the power of
You-
Shishido's impacts and store them in his body.
Listen, Fat Gum, it's a baseball game. You should not use all of the fat that you stored up for this.
So clever.
All you can eat takoyaki. It's yours. It's about time this game
I guess if you get all you can eat takoyaki, you can just eat until you're fat again.
Pitch.
Aww.
This is my worst nightmare.
Ooh.
He's black.
Oh.
Into the sky on Orca's ultrasonic waves.
Gotta tag him. Gotta tag him. Oh my god.
Rally after a series of
Wow.
errors. But it did cost them Sun Eater and Mines.
God damn.
Not good.
And there's all the fat.
Now have 5 players left.
Is she out?
Then the Orca.
She's out. She just fainted. Damn. Aww.
Cut the music. Jack must fear for her life because she's passed out just like mine. Ah! Deja vu, it's just like before. Sugar Man.
He's out.
Along with Tentacle. When the data gets trapped, it's an instant out.
Is it just basically Orca versus Lion?
Fat, Hamachiki, and the rest who have fallen.
But he doesn't have a catcher, surely.
I have one opponent. I just have to get past him.
Surely if you just don't swing, don't you need a catcher? Nice.
Hey, Lorca fields the ball, but
There's no one to throw it to.
Runner takes first. Yeah, with no basement in sight, he could steal his way around the entire.
Aw, Asama looks proud.
Way to go, Kirishima.
Nice.
Earned that.
Yeah, I mean,
Crosses
yeah.
the blades. The score is now tied.
Okay, villain attack. Okay, looks like a pretty standard villain. I don't see why these two couldn't take him.
Our prey.
Nice. Cool to show, like, that they work together.
Keep an eye on the villain until the police arrive.
They work together fine.
Traffic while you're at it.
Oh! Okay. Alright, of course it's a tie.
The outcome of today's championship game is
Wow, if Tailman
expected time between the Yonkers and
just stayed on the field, they would have won. But since they were solving... Well then, yeah, I feel like the Orchid team won. No, Lion team. The Lion team won.
What a truly horrible experience that was.
Mountain Lady looked very weird there.
Hello?
I guess just not in her uniform.
Get me out of here!
Okay. I thought there was one more. There might be one more. But if so, what is it?
Putting me on the path to become pro hero.
Okay, but what's the point of this OVA,
I'm
Deku?
staying super busy.
Sounds like it has Miss Joke's quirk, right? Because she makes people laugh with her quirk. Everybody, now we're here.
Begging you. Denied. Send more officers.
Is that
This job is beneath me.
is there that big a problem with the graffiti?
The man known as Mr. Smiley keeps eluding our forces.
Mr. Smiley sounds a lot like Miss Joke.
Everybody who looks at Smiley's face.
Look at his face.
Problem?
Damn.
Agony.
I wonder, can you look at him through sunglasses or...
Graffiti's pretty bad, which means he's a lot like Miss Joe.
That's okay, good. They are bringing that up.
I should focus on the paranormal liberation front. They're already turning into a headache.
Oh yeah, this is after you knew about the Paranormal Liberation Front? Yeah, no, that's... You should not be focused on this villain then.
What is this?
I don't know if you need Endeavor's agency for it.
He's mine!
Wow. You really don't want them messing with your home, huh? There he is.
He's obviously the suspect.
Don't look at his face. Don't shout.
Mr. Smiley.
You guys have no defense measures against it?
It's him.
It's actually kind of cute seeing Deku laugh that much. Like, we don't see him laugh that much. Oh, wow. Endeavor laughing. Bakugo laughing. Oh, my God.
Mr. Smiley.
Wow. Oh, Shoto laughing. I mean, I'm interested in seeing all these characters laugh, to be honest.
Looks like his quirk has a limited range. That's good.
Oh, that's good to know.
Shoto here.
Mr. Smiley.
Shoto! Which way did he go?
Wow, he just laughs that silently?
It's over, Smiley.
Mr. Smiley.
Come on, guys. You have nothing to fight against this with?
There is no force on earth that can keep me from creating my...
You know his exact quirk, guys.
That's right.
2 hours later, I think that says.
May Hatsume
Hatsume!
here to answer your request. I figured as much, so I came prepared.
Man, I love
This capture robot.
Alexis Tipton's Hatsume. Wow, he's showing All Might.
Put those brushes down now.
Looks like a trace job though. It works on robots. What?
No way.
What the heck? Why?
Well, that was easy.
Mr.
Oh.
Smiley.
Oh, he's bleeding.
Mr. Smiley.
Wow, that was quick. Wow, guys, this really shouldn't be that difficult for the for the top hero agency.
We tranquilize him, then we move in and we incinerate him.
Tranquilizing's a good idea.
Mr. Aizawa's quirk might be our last hope.
We shouldn't bother him with low-level crimes like vandalism if we can help it.
But
Young Bakugo.
you're using the resources of the top hero agency.
Eyes covered.
Obscured.
You think Aizawa's time is worth more than Endeavor's and the 100 of people working for him? And Aizawa is also commentating baseball.
No art schools accepted him. Since then, he's been a wandering bohemian using walls as his canvas.
This is like Hitler's backstory.
So, you want to make a ton of fast cash?
Okay, so here's the worst villains that I assume Mr. Smiley's gonna help them take down.
Y7, C2, D1, E5.
This is cool.
Forward blast.
That's cool. And it was pretty cool. The animation was pretty cool there as well.
Like I said.
Is this stuff supposed to be good?
I don't know.
I mean, he's quick. I'll give him that.
He won't leave me laughing a third time.
Again. A8,
Bakugo probably hates laughing so much.
D1,
Oh, this is cool.
B1, E5, X2.
Die!
Didn't want him to kill him.
Protect me. Or wait, was it my painting you were trying to save and not me?
Oh, so was it because the
Still,
explosion would have
carrying
destroyed
a
it?
building owned by someone else is a clear violation of the law.
I see it now. This whole time, I thought I was sticking it to the art critics, but maybe I was just running away out of fear.
It's not too
And
late to
wasting a
change.
lot of police resources. Oh my god. Okay, here's the terrorists. Oh, they're destroying the art. Oh, a vacuum quirk.
Endeavor.
It's
There are
cool.
civilians here.
Kind of like Shizuku from Hunter x Hunter.
Our turn.
Especially since they shot my art.
Got you!
Nice.
Dead.
Mr. Smiley. And there it is. Save the day.
Will you give us a comment?
Don't do the Mr. Smiley.
More than a humble artiste.
No!
Mr. Smiley.
Not.
Mr. Smiley.
Oh, that's gonna go out to to a lot of people.
Mr. Smiley.
Yep, there we go.
Smiley.
Why did Mount Lady activate her quirk? She probably destroyed part of the building. Alright, so 2 OVAs. Very different ones. I thought it was going to be a 2-parter on the baseball stuff, but no, it was one baseball thing and one this Mr. Smiley OVA. I wonder why they did that. I wonder why they bother doing a 2-part OVA if you're not going to have it be the same story. Maybe they did the baseball one and then they were like, but we need a Deku story. Or they were like, you know, they budgeted for 2 parts and then they realized that they couldn't really do 2 parts of baseball, so they instead created another thing. I don't know. But regardless, I will say the first OVA with the baseball was, I mean, that was a pretty solid OVA, and I think the reason it was pretty solid is because, like, it didn't matter, and so it sort of allowed itself to not matter. And I think that was okay, you know? Like, it was so dumb. There was so much stupid stuff going on. And so because it was so dumb, it was just, they made some jokes, they did some cool things with quirks, they got a bit creative, and then they ended the episode. That was all they did. And so, you know, that was fine. The Mr. Smiley stuff, I liked some of the ideas. It was mildly entertaining. But I mean, this is a sort of thing that I did. This is what I'm talking about when I say that, like, I don't really care about OVAs that much, because the like end result is like it doesn't feel satisfying to me when we end an episode like this, because it's like, well, this isn't going to affect anything else. Like, if in a future season Mr. Smiley appeared and he did something, you know, whatever, then maybe I would be like, maybe I would go back and go, oh, okay, that OVA was interesting and worth my time then. But now that it hasn't, I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't worth my time. I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching the episode. And there were some things that I quite liked. But you know, just generally, like, I wouldn't recommend for anyone to bother watching it. You know, at least for me, I'm being creatively invigorated by watching it because I'm watching it and making a video about it, and so making a video makes me at least feel like I'm getting something done while watching it. But if it was like I had a choice between watching this or like watching another episode of One Piece in my own time, then I would probably choose One Piece, you know? Let me just quickly talk. I don't want to spend too much time on discussion on this because they're OVAs, but I just want to quickly go over the things I liked. I really liked the use of Twin Impact. I mean, because Twin Impact is a very cool quirk, I think, and they used it kind of in a couple cool ways in the arc, in the, you know, the Class A versus Class B arc. But I've always thought that there's a lot more potential for Twin Impact. But I also feel like we're not going to see that character very much at all, if ever again. So it was actually cool in this OVA to see something that he's perfect for, and that is a great use of Twin Impact, as good as anything that happened in the show. So very, very creative there, very nice. I liked seeing that moment of Aizawa being proud of Kirishima, you know, that felt like nicely in character for Aizawa, and it was nice to see that they didn't just make Aizawa just do sarcastic comments the entire time, and he had like a nice moment. And I liked that you had the whole orca and lion thing, them fighting each other, but as soon as it got serious and it mattered, they needed to save people and stuff, they both worked together flawlessly, perfectly, got it all done, and then went back to being rivals. I liked that. Nice little thing there, and it didn't dwell on it either. Like, it wasn't like another character standing to the side going, you know what, they act like they're rivals, but really when it comes down to it and work needs to be done, they're actually kind of really good at working together. They're good friends. Like, they didn't need to do that. It was just like we saw it happen and then they went back to baseball. I liked that. And then the second episode, Mr. Smiley, decently designed character, decent little character. I mean, it was pretty clear when I saw him. I was like, the way they've designed this character and the way they've set him up, it's very clear that they're setting him up for Deku to have some sort of, you know, touching moment with him or whatever. And I mean, I don't know if the moment was hurt a little bit by the fact that it was so easy to see that that's how it was going to be finished up. You know, it was very clear filler stuff where you know exactly where they're going with it. There's no surprises in the writing or anything. And so, like, I mean, it was fine. It was okay. Just, you know, nothing very special there. But I will say that the one thing that was very cool was the Endeavor shouting out instructions and Bakugo following them perfectly. That is the sort of stuff that I want to see. And honestly, the kind of stuff that I hoped I would see more of in the Endeavor agency arc that they had. Like, I feel like that's the sort of thing, like Endeavor being a tactician and using someone like Bakugo like that, because Bakugo is so incredibly talented, and I feel like they kind of waste his talents a little bit when they're just having him follow along. But instead, if it's like, no, I'm giving you this task and I'm saying you better be able to do this, and he's going to take that challenge on. And I think that was a very cool scene, just watching him go bam 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 bam, and it's kind of terrifying and great. I find it kind of crazy that, first of all, this is the top hero agency and they assign this to this task, and number two is that like they had literally no countermeasures for him the first time that they went after him, and even kind of the second time they went after him, they had no countermeasures, like none. They knew exactly what his quirk was. They had been told before what his quirk was exactly, and they had zero countermeasures. Shoto was the only one who actually thought about it and was able to kind of incapacitate him, and was surprised by something new that Mr. Smiley threw out. But everyone else knew exactly what his quirk was and still did absolutely nothing to change it. In fact, Deku shouted, which, I mean, Deku is so analytical. I don't know. But I mean, look, this is the thing. This is the harshest you'll probably see me be about shows, I don't really care about I don't really go into depth about criticisms of shows. The reason I'm okay with doing it here is not because I think this is like necessarily bad. It's because it doesn't matter. It's because it's okay to you know, just be like, this is dumb and this is dumb and this is dumb, because I know it doesn't matter. I know the people who wrote it, they weren't putting a lot of time and effort into thinking about exactly how this could be done. They were just like, what's the fun idea? There's a hero that makes people laugh. Okay, how do we do it? Let's do it like this and this and this, and then we're gonna put it out because it doesn't matter. We just want to see the people fight and do stuff. If they want to put their time and effort into the next season of MHA, not into an OVA like this. So I don't mind that this was kind of a substandard OVA. I don't really care. I will say this, both of these parts I enjoyed more than the survival training OVAs that they had last season. I enjoyed these quite a bit more, actually. And especially the HLB one. The HLB one I actually found to be kind of fun. Anyway, that's it for these OVAs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, thank you very much. Please make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe, and go to my Patreon, where you can watch full-length reactions to everything I put out, basically, and early access for certain shows. And I'm also going to be doing some manga review type things on there as well, so if you're super into manga, I'm going to be putting an Oshinoko discussion of the entire series so far on Patreon, so you can just stick around for that. But thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.